Oh man, this man on Xbox. I ain't never beat an Xbox game in my life. Oh Lord, these games.
Stadium in Tallahassee,
Ah,
Florida. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script
oh,
before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the
Lord,
road and just hopes to be able
nigga
to
on the
get out on
computer,
top
nigga,
about it. It's the Kentucky Wildcats
yeah,
with
nigga click
brand
the
new
mouse, be
quarterback
right there
Seminoles.
automatic. Give me this shit.
We stay with Dayton Powell again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Catching up with the
You
Seminoles
ain't
head
Florida
coach
State. You know it's
today,
my kryptonite.
he told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment
You too
against a
cold.
team
You too
that is
cold not
ranked
chat.
number
Niggas just
one in
give
the
up.
Top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week.
About to
He
turn
said,
the
we
punch
have
shit
to
up. You hear me?
understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to
That's
next
all you
week,
beating
or
us.
this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup.
Only man shut down Vic. You hear me?
Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
I've lost my whole team time. Oh shit. When they came out of foul line.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Quick give. It's Chroma. There he goes. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. Able to haul it
What
in, but right
a
to the
colorful
ground
ass
it goes
game we
for a
got here.
pickup of a couple.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and
So
really
what you're supposed to
delivering a
do is
good
bench
blow. And how
everybody
about the
first.
credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Wants to go up top on second down. Rush right in his face. Just not anywhere near good ball placement.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to
Nigga
be
said
is
you
third and
said
long.
you're gonna
And
score on that
he's
ball.
just got to
I
put
ain't
a little
believe
bit
him.
more mustard on that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult third and long situation.
Okay.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. The snap sets up to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an
They're
interception.
gonna try against you no more, son. Took our
Stop on
heart.
the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the
Throw the
drive with a
fucking ball
touchdown.
out there, bro.
And I love the way this defense just responded. Sometimes you're over there drinking power into the sidelines. You're ready for your offense to do its thing. They turn it over. You quickly grab your helmet. Sometimes you're discombobulated. And this offense tries to take advantage of that. Defense more than ready. Grabs the momentum right back in this football game. Back-to-back turnovers.
He finds enough room to get it over
Oh,
the
fuck all
10-yard
that.
line, and he's
Oh, he
down
did
to
that to
the
me.
13. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Some early movement along
Sorry
the
for me.
offensive line, and
I
they'll
need a
work it
green
in.
catch my interception.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So
How
after
you
that
green
false
catch on the
start, now
computer?
it's
You
been
get
a
mouse two
second and
times to the
short, and
right?
you've got 2nd and 8. Making the adjustment. Second down, gonna throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Croma. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of the quarterback knowing where his
My
answers
dessert.
are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back.
He could come out with pass on this one. I don't know what to do.
Make that defense pay.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Knowles will hustle to the line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going, and man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State, and you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
And the Knowles are marching down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Cobb.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Singleton. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs.
See, this one all streams, huh?
After they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Might as well give it to him again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yards there.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front.
I don't even move. I like moving.
5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Got his man down the middle. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. And the Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll go to the counter. Makes him talk to the hand.
This counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Rush is on. And they got him.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Quarterback changing the play. 2nd down to the air. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Doesn't get it there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away.
Short.
Oh, and the
Short.
attempt is no good. And the score will stay right where it is.
I had the ball one play. They did it for 5 minutes.
Snap of this drive comes from the 32.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game.
Okay, looking at something. I don't think you're supposed to do limited practice on the road game because it start off cold. Over.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Brought down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Just got rid of that one.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their
I lost some. Them niggas is fucking cold.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Drops back on 1st down. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Chroma.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely
Can you beat this nigga? It's cold.
offensive line.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Drops back. It's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20.
All right, give me that one.
Touchdown Wildcats.
It ain't there, throw it away, dog. It ain't there, throw it away.
Own hands. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. On the return, it's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Singleton. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Now on 2nd down. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To throw, it's Barry. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's changing the play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Out wide left, it's Singleton. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed.
He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head and you're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but Cattell lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost. He goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong direction.
Searching for space.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw one first. Dumps it to the back. Got his man. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Kentucky. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Left side is Singleton. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Gonna take a shot. Couldn't set his feet.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Singleton. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do?
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Under pressure. Got his man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Kentucky right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. They'll give it to Baxter. All over him immediately. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Going over the top. Catch inside the 25. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Kentucky. Rolled his way into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for room. It's Sands. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Back open in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Shoots it to the left. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Sperry. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Wildcats called their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And it'll be down right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game.
Going for it all. Makes a grab on the shot. Inside the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Kentucky. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Deep in the end zone, it's Singleton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Follows his block. It's Singleton. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Handoff again. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 15 team, the SMU Mustangs.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling.
And it's the Tigers, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six. And the Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back to throw. It's Sperry. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Out wide right, it's Singleton. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Knowles! They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to throw. Still looking. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 2-possession game, down 15. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to...
He lets it fly. Makes a catch on the left. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Making the adjustment on the play. Thrust that arm out. He breaks a tackle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. They're all over him. Being chased. It's picked off, and another empty drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. On 1st down, here comes this offense. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Back to pass on second down. Look out! Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moving the pocket, it's Sperry. Out wide left, it's Lopez. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to go up top on second down. Left side is Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
But this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quick give. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of that one.
And you knew he was going to take a step back, because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, He's freezing cold, and he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the right side. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Snap in the shotgun. He tries to take the top off. Makes a grab.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. From deep, it's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Hauls it in. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he gets rid of it.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Second and long here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Wants to throw it. Rushes on. Gets rid of it.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on fourth down. He lets one fly deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, going to throw it. Lets it fly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Sands. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Using his legs, it's Sands. Enough to move the chains. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the back. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They'll run it. It's Sands. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll run the counter. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Hits inside, it's Sands. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Unloads to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game. Up.
Going for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. This quarterback part of their running game. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Needs it here on fourth down. Throwing right. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
That one just came off his hand badly.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off play action on first down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. A little release to the back. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Kentucky right back to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Brings it down on the right side. Running free. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Sands. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Making the adjustment. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Did the work himself. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on second down. He's looking to throw. Under pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know
He's going for it all. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.